All right, hi everyone. I'm Alex Strakota. I'm a co-founder of the Schwamigan Wood Heat Cooperative, and we're a worker-owned business in the Schwamigan Bay region of northern Wisconsin, along Lake Superior. And we're producing wood pellets and firewood for residential home heating in the local area. Now, before I get into my presentation, I want to sort of address a few perceptions or what I believe might be myths about wood heat, but I think they're well-founded myths as to how we've heated with wood in the past as a society. So when you think of wood heat, do you tend to think of dangerous situations that could arise from heating with wood, or is this on a timer?
No.
Maybe I just fixed it. Or an extractive kind of environmentally destructive scale of logging. Do you think of that? Or do you think of being cold and uncomfortable and having to wear your snowsuit in your house, a drafty house, and just... Well, things have changed quite a bit since the old little wood stove in the corner of the drafty cabin. There are now really high efficiency stoves, including stoves like this, masonry stoves that store a lot of heat and maintain comfortable temperatures in rooms, also incorporating different technologies like radiant floor heating. There's ways to do heating well. And so at the core of our business is a growers co-op of small farmers and woodland managers like myself who are managing in innovative ways, environmentally sustainable ways, high BTU, dense firewood to be distributed in the very immediately local area. And so also at the core of our business is a social mission to address and publicly address the ecological and economic challenges that stem from the way that we do heating currently, which is basically based on fossil fuels, based on transporting fossil fuels long distance across countries even. And also what we're addressing is, in this local region, even people that are heating with firewood are often heating with non-local firewood. So that's a customer base we're trying to reach. So let's get acquainted a little bit with the local area that this business is based in. Again, it's the Schwamigan Bay. It's the far north of Wisconsin on Lake Superior. It's defined by small rural towns on the lake and a lot of wild land and forested land. Let's meet my friends Mike and Tonya. They live in this area. They currently heat with wood to an extent, but mostly use propane. They are value-driven people. They buy organic foods. They're committed to social missions, and they want to live their lives to reflect that. However, currently heating with propane, they're supporting a system that's grossly unsustainable and non-local, and they want to change that. So these are the kind of people we're reaching out to. If they could change the way they heat their house, they would feel good about that. Also, let's meet Alan and Allison, another couple of my friends who are struggling to find work in the area. Alan is a small grower, small vegetable farmer, and Allison is an educator, but she's looking for work. Now, another element of our structure is that we have an education and outreach component. We're trying to not only produce a really quality product, but also have this social mission, and part of that is to educate about the challenges of energy and heating. So we hope that with this business we'll also be able to have a positive impact on the local economy and help folks like Allison and Alan stay in the local economy, stay with some good jobs that are based on a land-based kind of economy, producing renewable products. And so along with that education and outreach component, what we're really striving to do is catalyze public discussions about energy. I mean, we all know that local foods in the last 10 years has really got on the public debate, public mind. We're talking a lot about organics and local food systems, and that's out there. But the energy issue is not so much. People are talking maybe about wind turbines and solar panels, but really land-based production of energy on a local scale doesn't have the same kind of hip energy around it nowadays. So we hope to kind of bring those discussions to light. So what we're doing immediately is starting a CSA model for heat, for wood heat, where a few of us growers are going to be providing between 10 and 15 households in the immediate area with firewood for a winter. And so the families will pay up front and then receive as many cords of wood as they pay for to heat their house through the winter, and will get support and also have opportunities to interact with our partners who do energy audits and retrofits of insulation, things like that. So one of the keys to this business is that we're growing locally this wood, and we're also doing it in innovative ways that make it much more valuable to our customers who are concerned about environmental and social issues. So just to run through a couple ways that we're doing this in terms of practical, on the ground, what we're doing differently in terms of the growing of firewood. We're using different things like coppice and pollarding, a method of tree management that's tapping into the regenerative possibilities of trees by cutting in the dormant season. They resprout in the spring, and the tree itself lives on for generations from that rootstock. Also agroforestry, incorporating your regular crops in between tree lines, and silvopasture, incorporating animals into woodland management systems. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is provide, maintain these diverse, intact ecosystems, and also provide these really important services. And we hope this model will spread, and we're going to start small this coming year and see where it goes from there in the region. So thanks. Any questions? I'll be happy to take them.
That's great. Awesome. Questions, comments?
Have you done any kind of back of the envelope calculation on how much you have to do to make it sustainable? It's hard to kind of know.
Yeah, a small amount. A lot of the energy costs are incurred from transportation. So this is that's kind of the main statistic I'm going off of, is that a lot of fuel wood issues they're shipped over 100 miles oftentimes. So that's a huge cost, and this will be kind of within radius of 3 miles.
You haven't done any comparison?
No, I've started to think about this 5 days ago, so I haven't done that. Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, the way that some organics can charge up to 150, 200% of what the conventional, if we're talking about food products. So there's reason to think that you could maybe charge quite a premium for a local product like this if people understand the extra value in it beyond the conventional firewood. Other question, Julie?
If I go on Craigslist, I can find someone who's willing to sell me the wood off of their land, ready to burn for wood.
Right.
How is what you offer different or is it the same?
Well, it's different in that I'm been very explicit with myself that this is a niche at first. This is very much a value-driven customer that I'm approaching, and it's catering to this region, which actually has a significant number. I'd say it's more than average of these kind of people that are committed to living their values. And so it's much different than just buying from a guy down the road who might be not managing in a systemic way. And it also has the educational component. It's not set up to be it's not trying to be a hugely profitable business. It's a low profit, value-driven business. So
You made the analogy to organics, right? So there's certification for wood. Are there certification processes for wood that are relevant to your ecosystem and your use?
not that I have seen, FSC or some of these kind of some of these sort of certifications, they wouldn't necessarily apply, or they don't go this far, which is what most really forward-thinking organics folks say. There's a lot of people that say the organic certification doesn't mean much when you're really trying to do it well. So that is a struggle, yeah.
So if your house isn't set up for wood-based heat,